Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here, and it's finally here, another guaranteed event for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, Raphael's Hothead deck of fate, with guaranteed Raphael as the prize. And in this video I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about this deck, how many cards you need to flip, what does it cost, everything. First, thank you Raid Shadow Legends for sponsoring this video and for giving me this wonderful promo link if you need a new Raid Shadow Legends account. Down below in the description there in the QR code, a new account with Deacon Armstrong after tutorial, Uugo at 15, Tagoar at 20, Mausoleum Mage at 30, the best possible start to Raid. And then the Hothead deck of fate. Well, if you have a brand new account, you won't be able to participate because these decks of fate are pretty expensive. But let's take a deep dive into it. The guaranteed event for Raphael, you flip all the cards you're guaranteed to get Raphael, 40 cards, 1000 points per flip, no pinning in this deck, so you just flip whatever cards you want, it doesn't really matter, you just flip, 40,000 points to flip them all. 21 cards have Raphael fragments in them, so more than half of the deck, and you need all of those in order to summon Raphael, so that's a lot of flipping. There's also 5 cards that have pizza points for the April Titan event, so if you're pursuing that, there's 100 pizza points here as well, and the points come from summoning souls from Soulstones and from getting artifacts and accessories, so from a gear hunter style of event. You can freely combine the point sources, so some from souls, some from energy, it's totally fine. So what does it take to get Raphael? First of all, how many cards do you need to flip to actually get Raphael? And that's pretty much all of them. Yeah, 21 cards out of a pool of 40. When have you flipped all of them? I calculated the cumulative probabilities for that. And yeah, well, before you have flipped 30 cards, your chance to have flipped all 21 are infinitesimally small. At 30, you're already hitting 0.01%. So yeah, out of 10,000 people, one is going to get Raphael already with 30 cards flipped. But even at 38, you're only at 21.92%. Even at 39, more than half of people have not gotten Raphael yet. So more than half the people are going to have to flip the entire deck to actually get Raphael. And more bad news, this is one of the most expensive decks of fate that have existed. All decks of fate always require 40,000 points, but Plarium adjusts their difficulty by adjusting how many points you get from the activities. So this time Mortal Soulstones are worth 70 points each. The worst we have ever seen has been 60, and usually it's been like 90. So Mortal Soulstones 70 points, Immortals 700, Eternals 3,500 points each. So if you were to complete the entire deck with only Mortal Soulstones, you would have to use 572 of them, Immortal Soulstones 57.1 and Eternal Soulstones 11.4. Although you do get coins from opening Soulstones, so every 50 Mortal Soulstones that you open, you get 1 Immortal Soulstone, or coins to buy that if you so choose. And every 40 Immortal Soulstones you open, you get enough coins to open 1 Eternal Soulstone. So it does help a little bit. And also you can sell the souls that you open, and then from those you can also get more coins. But the variance on those souls is huge. So it's really hard. Like, I could calculate the expected value of a soulstone, but that wouldn't really mean anything for anyone because the variance is huge and the sample sizes are so small. So you'll just have to see what happens. If you get lucky while opening souls, you can open some really big soul, and if you choose to sell that, then that might even be able to finance the whole event for you. So there's that. In addition to soulstones, you can also use energy because there is a gear hunters component. However, that gear hunters component is the worst it has ever been, so how much energy do you need for the deck? The best stage to farm is Even Dungeon Stage 3, which gives you 1.243 points per energy. Even Dungeon Stage 7, 1.133, Even Dungeon Stage 11, 1.011. Even Dungeon is better than all the other dungeons up to Stage 15. Stage 16, the dungeons are all the same, and from there, at 16, 0.94, at 20 is 0.938. So yeah, if you really need those points, then farming that Even Dungeon Stage 3 it's so vastly better point-wise than doing Stage 20 or Stage 16 that there's really no contest. So to get 40,000 points in Even Dungeon Stage 3, if you want all the 40,000 points with energy, you need to spend around 32,193 energy, which compared to doing it in Stage 20 of Dragon or something, for example, which would cost 42,000 energy, so that's 10,000 energy difference over the entire deck. So there you can see just how good Even Dungeon Stage 3 is for this one. And for many of the previous decks, Even Dungeon Stage 3 has only required something like 25,000 energy. So yeah, pretty expensive one. But on the other hand, Raphael is so worth it if you're pursuing the turtles. I also made a Google Sheet calculator that you can use to find out how much energy you need based on how many Soulstones you're going to open. You always want to open your Soulstones first, because good soul pulls, selling some of those souls, that's really the only way that you will know how many points you actually are going to need from gear dungeons, because the soul pulls are really unpredictable. But link to the calculator anyway is down below in the description. That's still going to give you some guidelines on how to complete this event. And yeah, Leonardo event is still coming. It should be shards. I mean, if it's also Soulstones, then I don't know what to do really. But shards and energy probably for that one. So Raphael, Deck of Fate, really big deal. Raphael is limited. You won't be able to get Raphael after mid-November anymore. If you have already some turtles, and well, you have Mikey and Raphael are also already good. If you have Donatello, Mikey, Donatello, Raphael, it's even better. So the turtles are just completely account changing for anyone who's played maybe a year or two or something. So these are just so incredibly good. So this is one of the most important events so far that you can pursue. And yeah, it's no big surprise, I suppose, that it's one of the more expensive ones, but that's the way it goes. It's time to go open a Deck of Fate. Thank you for watching. Click like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and a special thanks to all of my Patreon supporters, YouTube members and Twitch subscribers who make all of these videos possible.